In today's episode, we are doing season grades for all 32 NFL teams.
Stay tuned because this is going to be a great episode. All this and more on Couch Coaches.
Welcome back to Couch Coaches. You got Isaiah, you got Nathan.
Hello.
And yeah, in the intro, we said we're doing season grades. We actually already recorded this one, but we were still chewing gum in it, so we decided to.
I'm so sorry about
We're
that.
sorry about that, guys. We completely forgot we were chewing it. It's just a habit of it. But now we're re-recording it, so we're just gonna get into it.
So
already.
welcome back to Couch Coaches. Let's just get straight into the video.
What up?
All right. So first of all, we got the NFC East. All right, that's the great division. We got the Eagles starting off at number 1. We're gonna give them a C minus.
Yeah. If you had said earlier in the season, it would have been like an A minus probably because
Probably
they were still
an
winning
A,
games. They were like,
honestly.
yeah, A, but they weren't playing well, but they were still winning games.
And
then they run to the Niners, get slapped, and then everything goes downhill. You get whooped by the Bucks in Baker Mayfield. So I don't think we can give you more than a C at best because they did have a good stretch of games during like the first 10 weeks of the season, but then that little skid just like good. But now they've reloaded. They got Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator. I think it was Vic Fangio.
They just got Shaquille Leonard, I think.
Shaq Leonard.
That's
He
a
did-
good
actually,
thing.
no,
I mean, he didn't really do
He didn't
anything,
even do
but-
anything. But they got Kellen Moore as their OC, Vic Fangio from the Dolphins
Vic
as their
Fangio.
DC.
That's a great.
So we'll see
pickup,
what
I'm not
happens
gonna
with
lie.
them. But
All right, so next of all, we got the Cowboys. We're gonna give them a B.
close to a B
So-
plus.
so,
Close to a B
like-
plus.
They went 12-5, right?
Same thing as they've did for like the past 3 years in a
Right.
row.
They
but
went- they
yes,
went
12-5.
12-5.
They
Okay.
did good.
So
Dak Prescott,
Dak
top
Pres-
top 3 in MVP.
top 3 in MVP. He led the league and a lot of stuff. I mean, he should have definitely won MVP. I think that Lamar didn't deserve it, but okay, he won MVP.
People want to say like
he
He did beat up on bad teams, but guys, he doesn't make the schedule. He doesn't make the dang schedule. He did what he could with the schedule. Like
That's
he
true.
whooped the Eagles one, but that was when
Nah,
they ran
I'm
to the
not-
Niners. So
I'm
we
not
can't
gonna
really say
say
anything.
I'm not a Dak Prescott lover because
I'm not a Dak Prescott fan, but he is a good quarterback, guys. He's good. He's a good quarterback.
He did get destroyed by Jordan Love in the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
which
it's just like
Jordan Love is actually crazy.
we'll get to them.
We'll get
when
to
we get to
them.
the Packers. But B plus because you did get whooped in the playoffs when you should have beaten the Packers because they had no Aaron Rodgers, but apparently not if you have Jordan Love. But B, close to a B plus, I would give them because they did win 12 games.
All right, now we have the Giants at a D. They went 6-11, right?
The reason why we gave them a D is because they made the playoffs last year at like 9, and they had
And
a tie or something like that.
9-8, and then they went 6
And they beat the
11.
Vikings in the playoffs last year. Then they go 6-11. Like you can't give more than like a D like, at all. Gave them a D, not an F because they were winning games, but Daniel Jones has to be like the worst contract in NFL history, right?
Dude, honestly, Tyrod Taylor is better than both of the quarterbacks on that.
Tommy DeVito did have a good
He
stretch
had
of games.
He had an all right stretch of games. He wasn't putting up great numbers. The only
they got benched in the Eagles, and
yeah,
Tyrod Taylor
the only
starts
reason
actually
the only
going
reason why
crazy.
people loved him is because Tommy DeVito.
Tommy
Tommy
DeVito.
DeVito.
But D, like nothing more we can give you there. D,
Yeah,
because they
D.
did end up winning 6 games, but Daniel Jones was doing terrible even before he got hurt. We could use the excuse that Daniel Jones got hurt, but he was not doing good like at all.
Even then before he got hurt, I mean the only good game he had was against the Cardinals.
and
But
the Cardinals
the
like
Cardinals is the
are the Cardinals. Like, what are you gonna do against the
It's the
Cardinals except the Cowboys? But
all right. Now we got the Commanders. Commanders, we're gonna give them an obvious F.
this is nothing. This is like an F
They
all day.
started off okay.
They started off 2-0, but again, it was against the Cardinals and the one in like the Broncos that actually were doing like atrocious. But
Gave up 70
then
points to the Dolphins.
they run into the Bills, and then they go absolutely terrible. They just do terrible.
Yeah, run into the Bills.
Like,
and then
like
Yeah.
Sam Howell, like I never seen a quarterback that like starts off the season like pretty solid, but then ends so badly. 21
Jalen Hurts.
interceptions.
Hmm?
Huh?
Hmm?
What did you say?
I didn't say
What did you say? What did you say, buddy?
I didn't say anything.
All right, 21 interceptions. Like that is, I don't even want to hear it. Okay, they're gonna obviously draft a quarterback, even though I still do like Sam Howell as a QB. He's still really good. With Dan Quinn as their new coach, what do you expect from next season?
I think that Dan Quinn is an amazing hiring. I don't know how I feel because like
Some people don't like
Oh,
his
oh,
because like
oh.
he's pretty mid.
yeah, he was pretty mid. But
I mean,
like
he did lead the Falcons to
I
a
do-
Super Bowl, but
I-
that was with Kyle Shanahan as the offense
I do
coordinator.
I do think that it could be a good hiring. I obviously think that he's a better upgrade than Ron Rivera, but this much of an upgrade, like Bill Belichick would have definitely been better than Dan Quinn. But
Yeah, very, very much so.
But,
But F,
hey.
this is one of the easiest Fs we can ever give.
All right.
NFC West. I'll do this one.
Yeah.
So, first up, we have the 49ers.
The
We gave them an A. I
The
mean,
Niners.
they get an A. They made the Super Bowl, but
Made the
they ended up losing to Mahomes. But Niners was like, this was a given, like, to be an A because, like, they did, like, really good. Then they have a skid. They do amazing. Then they have a skid and then make the Super Bowl, then lose.
Because like
Kyle Shanahan, like, what's going on? What's the deal? Is he a fraud? Is he a fraud?
no,
Is he a fraud?
he's not a fraud.
He's not a fraud.
He made a Super Bowl 2 times, and all of you people say,
No,
"Well, he
he-
has the best offense around." He made that offense, guys. Just so
Talking
you
about
guys
Purdy?
know, he made that offense.
Talking about Purdy or Shane?
Shanahan,
Yeah.
yeah, he made the offense.
He calls the plays,
He
but
calls,
like,
he calls all the
I
plays.
think his play calling when it matters most can be really bad at times.
I think all he needs to learn is just how to
you
keep
have
his lead.
Christian freaking McCaffrey. Why don't you just run the ball in the Super Bowl? I don't understand, but
Yeah.
anyway, gave him an A. Like, I mean, that's pretty easy. A. Seahawks. We gave him a C.
See,
C, close to C plus. I mean, we did expect them to like be actually really good, and then
yeah, they
they
were like
ended up winning 9
they were-
games. They weren't
they-
bad, but they weren't good.
they were projected, and then like we
Shit,
versed
they didn't
them.
even finish above the Rams.
We versed them. Where's our logo? There, we versed them, and then they were projected. Wait, were we? Will we?
I
Wait.
don't know.
Are we? I think they were the underdogs, and now.
But anyways, Pete Carroll, a great coach. But you only get them in 9 games, and you were projected to get like what 10 or 11.
yeah.
Like they finished below the Rams, which is crazy. So
At least
C, like they
I'm,
actually,
I'm,
they
I'm
started
happy.
off pretty good, but
Yeah,
then
I'm happy for Drew Lock that he beat Jalen.
Philadelphia, that was funny. C, nothing more we can give there. Next team we have the Rams. I actually gave him an A because like we all expected them to be awful. Like it was supposed to be really bad. Their defense was supposed to be really bad, but they weren't.
Probably one of the worst defense that
Matt-
coach has had.
Matt Stafford, Puka Nakua. Like, who expected Puka Nakua to be this
Well,
good?
okay.
He was a 5th round pick.
Yeah, okay. I don't really look. I look in the first and seconds. I usually look at the thirds like a little bit, but after that, I do not look at that. Who the heck was Puka Nakua coming out of nowhere and
Bruh.
putting up one of the best, if not the best rookie season?
I think it was. He broke like, a bunch
Yeah,
of records.
wide receiver, the best rookie season of all time.
And Puka's not even his real name.
Chubby.
Yeah, Puka means chubby. I don't know if you heard that in one of the games. It means chubby. That's not his real name. But Rams, A, Matt Stafford, balled the freak out. Cooper Cup was irrelevant.
I kind of wish they won the
I
first
have it on my
playoff.
fantasy team, Cooper. You failed me. You were irrelevant for like, you only had 2 good games.
I'm lucky I had Tyreek Hill. But anyways, I kind of wish that the Rams won the Lions game, but we're not gonna get into that. So
Yeah, Arizona, F, technically an A plus because they were supposed to suck, but they got a top 3 draft pick.
I would give them like a C minus.
I put them F because they did only win 4 games or whatever. But again, it's close. Like on the flip side, it's an A because they did up getting a top 3 draft pick in the draft. Probably going to draft Marvin Harrison and get another
Ooh.
receiver for Kyler. And so we'll see what they can build on next year. But I do think they need some D-line help because their D-line was like probably the worst in the league.
Atrocious,
It
yeah.
was probably the worst in the league. But four wins, had some really good games. They put up tough fights against good teams.
Yeah.
Like they beat the Eagles, they beat the Cowboys, they put up really good fights against like
They beat
I
us.
didn't watch
they
Cardinals
beat
games.
us. They beat us.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Because Kenny Pickett got injured and then
Yeah, like Kenny Pickett would have done anything. He wasn't even doing that good.
okay, bro.
I actually didn't even watch the game.
No. Against the Bengals, 270 yards. I mean, I know he had no touchdowns. There was a one touchdown that he threw in the back of the end zone. Deontay Johnson got 3 steps in, and then he like kind of dropped it. He should have got it. Kenny Pickett, bro. If anything, as a Steelers fan, I mean, obviously I'm gonna talk more about them when we get to that there. But we, like, honestly, if we're gonna, should I say this? Oh, okay. If we, because this is gonna be a next video, but if we decide to trade for Justin Fields,
Tease.
I would not be mad at that decision. That is a great decision. Because Justin Fields is a well-developed quarterback. But if we keep getting Kenny Pickett, I feel like it's a better option. He's developed so well without Matt Canada.
I guess, but
And-
like now you have Arthur Smith as your OC though. That's what's worrying to me.
Yeah, we're gonna. All
right.
We're gonna.
Next video,
You
we'll
know,
talk about it.
Yeah,
All
next
right,
video.
NFC North. You have it? You already want me to do it?
Here, you could just start off. And then
All right, NFC North. The Lions gave him an A minus. A minus. You made the NFC Championship,
then
but you
gave
did end
up
up
a
choking to the
27-point
Niners.
lead, yeah.
But Lions, like 12 wins, that's really good for where they were. Their offense was really highly like a
Dude,
dynamic group.
Jared
Like,
Goff got. Wait, did he make it to the Pro Bowl? I feel like I'm
I
pretty
think-
sure.
or was that
he-
last
he
year? I
got
think that was last
snubbed.
year. He made the Pro Bowl last year, but
Yeah, and then he got snubbed out of this
Pro
one.
Bowl is like a name thing. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. Lions, but like their defense, they need some secondary help like badly. Like their secondary was getting torched.
All right, now we got the Vikings at a C minus. God, if Kirk Cousins wasn't injured, bro, this would have been probably an MVP season for him. He was absolutely playing out of his mind. I mean, just throwing Justin Jefferson, if he didn't get hurt, like Justin
They were
Jefferson
running
having
the
150
playoffs.
yards his first game. That's like
Kirk Cousins would have probably literally been the MVP if he
that's
did
what
not
I
get
said.
hurt.
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
Jay Jetta's getting hurt. That didn't help. Like their like injuries just killed them. It was bad.
Yeah.
But C minus because you didn't do anything. But next
team.
team we have is
The Bears.
the
At a
Bears.
We got them at a B. Honestly, that is a pretty fair rating if we're gonna say it myself.
They
I-
did improve. They did improve.
They did improve. I think
I would actually I would switch it to like a B minus C plus.
I
at the
think-
most.
I think picking up DJ Moore was a great decision.
That's a
I mean,
great
again, he played the Commanders, dropped like what was it, like 3 touchdowns. He bowled out in that game. So having him on the team was a perfect decision. Keeping Justin Fields though.
Keeping Justin Fields or Caleb Williams.
talk
We'll get
about
into that
that.
next episode. But Bears, they did end up going 7-10 when they did start off. Last year they were 3-14, the worst team in the league. 7 wins is a major improvement. Like their offense was really starting to flow. That defense was crazy. It was crazy good. But with Montez Sweat coming in, but like, yeah, it was really good. But well, I'm excited to see what they do next season if they draft Caleb or keep Justin. Next team.
All right, next team is the Packers at an A.
An A. I think you'd give it an A.
Yeah.
Because everyone thought they were going to get last in the division. We didn't know how good Jordan Love is, but which he's a monster. He's unbelievable.
He is a stud. I
He
mean,
is a
started
monster.
off the season
Started
like
off a
very,
little
very slow,
skittish.
very slow,
Like,
and then
he had like one of the worst completion percentages in the league.
behind Zach Wilson, that was
That's not
terrible.
good, Jordan. But you did end up blowing out the Cowboys in the divisional round.
Dude, like 36
he had like
touchdowns.
he had a perfect pass rating in that game until he did end up losing it when his tight end dropped the ball. But it doesn't matter. The guy's unbelievable. They
Yeah.
did good. They
Yeah.
made the playoffs.
Yeah.
A plus from where we thought they were.
Yeah.
All right. Next team is the NFC. Actually, we're going to the NFC South now. First team is the Buccaneers.
Am
I gave him an A minus. I gave him A minus.
All right, so I did not think that Baker Mayfield was gonna be a great pickup. I mean, so like they didn't do it with Tom Brady. Hey,
Yeah.
hold on, sorry. The Tom Brady, I thought because like they went 9-8 yet last year, right?
Like Todd Bowles couldn't do it with Tom Brady, the
And
goat
then-
of the NFL.
And then I was like thinking,
And if
okay, they're gonna be the last team.
and if you saw the training camp videos, like he was
Dude.
missing targets by like a launch shot, and then he comes into the season just lighting it up. I'm like, what is this? Is this
bro,
a
you
different
should have
quarterback?
seen the video, bro. He like the wide receiver's all the way over here. He's like right there, and then Baker Mayfield throws it all the way over there, bro.
It was bad.
And then, but they get it done. They
Matt
make the playoffs.
Canales transformed Baker into like an actually good
They
player.
made the playoffs.
They
They
beat-
actually beat the Eagles, and
destroyed
then
them. It was ridiculous.
they lost
From where we
to the
thought,
Lions.
people thought they were gonna get like 4 wins max.
4 wins. Yeah,
It was like they thought they were gonna be the worst team in the league, one of the worst teams in the league.
Dan
and then they win
Campbell
their
is
division.
an absolute stud. Come on, man.
Who?
Dan Campbell, bro.
Dan Campbell. Saints.
Saints.
C plus.
C plus.
the
Derek
Sa-
Carr just
Saints
doing
failed us.
Derek Carr's things.
The Saints failed us.
He just has a terrible streak. He goes like 3 games with doing terrible streaks, and then comes out throws like 4 touchdowns,
He's a box.
390.
He's a box number quarterback. Like,
Yeah, he
if you look at his box, like his numbers, you would think like, okay, he's pretty decent. No,
Yeah.
he's not. He has that one good stretch of games where he throws like like multiple touchdowns a game. It's like no. Again, it could have been their coordinator because I don't think he was that good. But again, we thought they were going to win the division and be like a top contender. I personally didn't think that. I'm saying the media did, but
Because they were supposed to be like 11-6 on paper or
yeah,
something
they
like that.
people thought they were going to be good, but I didn't personally think it. I was a little sketch, and I was right. They didn't do anything. Derek Carr, numbers quarterback. All right, next team we have is the Falcons. I gave him a D.
A D.
Because I thought I think they were I thought they were going to win the division with that like much better roster than they had like a couple years ago.
Just Arthur Smith, please. Okay.
His mustache
Do
is
not
killing him.
say anything about us signing him. Dude, utilize your talents, dude. Bijan Robinson
When you use-
is probably the most unutilized guy in the NFL. Kyle Pitts is the second unutilized. Dude, you literally had 2 of the best young talents.
And guess what? When he used them, it worked. It worked, and then he stopped.
And then he
using them.
stopped.
It's
wow.
like, what do you think? They're gonna be decoys? But bro, like if you don't use them, nobody's gonna think they're decoys. And then you don't use Bijan, who you drafted with a top 10 pick. It was just a mess. I thought they were gonna win the division, but Arthur Smith is an incompetent
Little
man.
human being.
and
Don't say anything, please.
you signed up. I'm just kidding. But we're moving on to the Panthers. Falcons get a D.
Okay, the Panthers is
It's an
obviously
F.
an
It's an
F.
F minus almost.
Dude, I thought the coach Frank Reich was gonna come in there, make a living, and he was gonna absolutely change this team. And Bryce, no,
No, it didn't
No.
work.
no.
Like people thought this was like a great roster. People thought this was a great coaching staff with Bryce on the first overall pick. And guess what? They went. They only won 2 games or whatever.
And
I'm not gonna put all the blame on Bryce.
people say like if they drafted CJ,
Guys, I don't think anyone would have done.
yeah,
good
I
with
don't
that.
think anyone.
Maybe
would've-
CJ could have done a little bit better, but I'm not even convinced.
I think CJ could not have done it. I think he might have done worse,
I think he would
because,
have done a little bit
dude,
better.
dude.
But,
yeah,
but
yeah, actually,
the thing is, like Bryce holds onto the ball for like ages. He does not like run or get it away. He just stands there. and it's
because
like,
no one gets
'cause he's
open.
smaller than the lineman. Can't see over them. But F, like this was not good. But we'll see what Canales can do with Bryce next year. Can I do the AFCs?
Fine.
All right, Bills, my squad.
Terrible team, guys. Terrible team. This is an L team.
All right, I gave him a B plus. I wanted to put him A, but the bias in me could not do it. B plus because they did start off so bad. They started off so bad. They lose the first game, win a couple games, like pretty dominant fashion, lose to the Jaguars, and that's where everything went downhill. And then we fire Ken Dorsey. We go on a winning streak. We make the 2 seed. We beat the Steelers in the wild card round. And then we lose to the Chiefs again.
Hey guys, have you ever heard of the quotation marks wide right? Wide right, Isaiah. How does that feel?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I also wanted to put him A- because they did have like a good winning streak. I mean, like Josh had an argument for MVP, top 3. Probably wouldn't have
Top
won
5.
it.
He came in top 5 there.
I know. He was actually the only other player to get a vote. So, but I don't really care. We didn't win. Next team, I'm pissed. Dolphins B- because they choked the division away. They choked it. They
literally have it in their grasp. Like Mike McDaniel's just like holding it like this, and then
for them to ever win a division, they literally have to go undefeated through September.
yeah,
November.
Sean McDermott is just like taking it away from him. Mike
'Cause-
McDaniel, no.
No. They have to go
Take it.
undefeated in September and November to have a shot at winning the division because
For
they
real.
always December is their like unlucky month. I don't get it. They lose the division. They were 1-5 against playoff teams. They were frauds. Okay, maybe not frauds, but they didn't do good. You lose the division. You have to go play Kansas City on the road in negative weather, and you get torched. So
They were just the Cowboys of the AFC.
yes,
Okay.
very much so. I know. I got some Cowboys fans watching. I know you. I know who you are.
All right.
All right. Jets. Wasn't their fault, but a C+ because they did end up losing A-Rod 4 snaps into the first game, and that just sucks. That just sucks for them. 'Cause
Against your team, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. You guys injured Aaron. You guys should be ashamed. I'm kind of glad that your defense got injured because you guys should. I'm joking. I do not care.
Wow, that was offensive. But C+ because you were supposed to be really good, but it wasn't your fault. But
Because
you did end up winning 7 games with Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, and Trevor Simeon as your quarterbacks.
because like the way that Aaron Rodgers got injured and then he just talked like, "Oh, don't you watch? I'm coming." He didn't come back, bro.
Right. He's a conspiracy theorist. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
All right.
Patriots. Is this the easiest F of the day? One of them?
This is definitely the easiest F of
This
the
is
day.
one of the easiest Fs of the day. Bill. Both Bills. Bill O'Brien and Bill Belichick. You go 8-9 last year with Matt Patricia as your OC. You hire Bill O'Brien, and you do worse.
You almost made the playoffs. The Bills didn't beat you.
Yes, but you do worse. You go 4-11. You bench Mac Jones, and to find out Bailey Zappi is actually pretty good. But they're not going to stick with Bailey Zappi. I think they're going to draft like probably Jaden Daniels or something.
Or
like
Drake May. That would be a perfect.
No,
Or they could get Kirk Cousins. That would not
Whatever.
be a bad idea.
it doesn't matter. It's in the past. Patriots F. You want to do the AFC West?
AFC West, the Super Bowl reigning champions. A terrible team.
The Swifties.
I hate them. The Swifties. The Chiefs. And I hate to say this, but A+.
It's an A+. They won the Super Bowl.
They won the Super Bowl. We did not think that they were gonna even
Bruh,
make it to the playoffs.
You can
and
never
then-
bet against Patrick Mahomes. You can never do it. Last year, people bet against them because Tyreek Hill left. They win the Super Bowl. This
I
year,
tr-
they start doing bad. Everyone bets against them. They win the Super
I
Bowl.
tried. I tried to bet against Patrick Mahomes. I might shave my head because of it. And I probably am gonna shave my head because of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
They win the Super Bowl A+. But middle of the season, they were doing atrocious because their offense could not do anything. And then the playoffs, they actually learned how to catch a football, and they started doing good. Broncos.
See, just that.
Just
Let's
a C,
see. So
just a
they
flat
started
C.
off giving up 70 points. Actually, like they gave up 100 points, like 120 points in
Talking
the
about in total?
in the first 3 games.
It was disgusting.
It was atrocious,
disgusting.
man. That was terrible.
1-5. You give up 70 to Miami. You almost lose to Chicago, who at the time was actually doing like atrociously bad.
Dude,
But
yeah.
they win that game. They started to go on a little winning streak. They beat the Chiefs. They beat
you
they beat
guys.
us. 12-minute, bro. How many of these are we gonna have? They beat us. They lose. I didn't really follow them after. It was like they lost to like the Texans or something.
Yeah.
Beat the Chargers a lot. See, because Sean Payton was supposed to turn them into a playoff team, which
I think
almost
Sean.
happened.
Honestly,
Is he a fraud?
no.
No.
He made Russell Wilson look like prime Russell
Yeah,
Wilson.
Brian.
But
He did end up transforming Russell Wilson back to like at least a compatible starter, however you say that word.
yeah,
So he was good.
and
But-
then
C, no more than C. 8-9. All right, next.
Chargers. I think we're gonna give him a D.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a D. I have an F on here. I was a little harsh, but honestly, this could be an A because they did hire Jim Harbaugh
This
as
yeah.
their coach. So this could be good. Actually, I did just see that they hired Greg Roman as their offensive coordinator, which
Ooh,
that
I did not see
I,
that.
that scares me because his passing schemes are awful. Because
Ooh,
Lamar, when he had Lamar as his running back, he kept running it with Justin.
running back Lamar's
running back Lamar. He was running back Lamar with Greg Roman, but he's the new OC. This is a D because they did end up going 5-12. Brandon Staley was just dumb with the team. They had such a loaded roster and they win 5 games.
They
5.
They could have been a Super Bowl contender. Honestly, the roster on paper is Super Bowl contenders, but Brandon
They just
Staley.
need the right coach, but we'll see if Jim Harbaugh can actually do something with it.
All right, now
Raiders,
we have the Raiders. We're gonna
B
give them a
minus,
B.
C plus.
Yeah, I think C plus.
C plus because you did end up starting the way we thought you were, which was going to be bad because Josh McDaniels was your coach.
And then
You fire him,
fired him.
you get interim head coach Antonio Pierce, who's now the new head coach.
He's a great head.
Yeah,
coach,
I think
guys.
he's good. He's a team coach. The players love him. I heard Max Crosby was saying, if you don't hire him as the coach, I would demand a trade. That's literally what he said.
Dang.
I know. And I was like, wow. But they did win 8 games when we thought they were going to be atrocious with Josh McDaniels, but they did hire Antonio Pierce. They scored 69 on the Chargers, which is actually
Jeez, dude.
close to the highest points ever. But B, do you want to do this? The next
Yep.
division?
We got.
Oh, I have it on. Okay.
Oh yeah, we got my division, the AFC North. We got the Ravens at an A minus. They honestly, I think they should just be an A.
Yeah, we'll just give him an A.
An A, and then so
they
because
did have the best
start
record in the league.
start off the season,
Pretty similar to what we think the Ravens are
yeah,
going to do.
and then they lost to us, right? We beat them.
And then they just decide to turn into the hymn of the league.
Yeah,
But they did win. They did have the best record in the
and
league.
then they got the 1 seed, beat the Texans, and then choked.
that atrocious game with the Chiefs. It was bad.
Lamar had receiving yards in that game.
Yeah, he caught his own pass, which was really cool. I thought that was like the coolest play of the day.
That was it.
No doubt. But that was it.
All right,
Browns.
B plus.
B plus. I have it as A plus on here on accident.
They got Coach of the Year.
They got Kevin Stefanski. They got Joe Flacco as the comeback. They
Player of the
have
year.
Myles Garrett as the defensive player of the year.
God, bro.
Nate,
How,
bro,
Why
it
does that even happen?
should have been
bro?
TJ. But B plus because I gave him A plus on here because they did end up winning 11 games with 4 different quarterbacks. That's why I gave him an A plus. But we're switching it back to B because
Yeah.
they did end up getting whooped by the Texans in the divisional.
Yeah.
So
All right,
B plus.
now we got my NFL team, the
Frauds. I'm
Steelers.
just kidding.
Frauds?
Yeah, you won 10 games by like barely a field goal most of the time.
Hey, I love to hear your argument because every time I say you literally squeezed out a win. You're like, hey, a win's a win, right? Yeah, you always
I
do
do
say.
do that. Okay, you got me. I do that.
All right,
But
But
we
a
have it
B-
as B.
because he started off the season, with Matt Canada. Terrible OC, by the way. And then he's just Matt Canada, and then we fired him.
I don't think Arthur Smith.
We got this one named Mike Sullivan.
I don't think Arthur Smith is that much better, my boy.
I don't think he is. But, 2019 Titans, he made him. He went to, yeah. But anyways,
But B, you did end up getting smacked around by us in the divisional
we
round,
couldn't even tackle that game.
the wild card.
We did have, the only award that we got was,
Was it Cameron Hayward as the man of the year?
yeah,
That was it.
that was the thing.
All right, Steelers B, and finally for this
The
division,
Bengals, C+ again wasn't their fault because Joe
Joe
Burrow got
Burrow got
got injured.
hurt, but they did end up start picking their stride up with Joe Burrow, even though he does the thing every year. The first 4 weeks, he's freaking awful, and then he just wakes up and turns into the Terminator. I don't understand. It's just weird.
nothing to say really about the Bengals, but we're just gonna give them a C+.
C+. AFC South, the Texans. I was giving it over dramatic, but A plus 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 plus. We all thought this was going to be a rebuilding year.
Dude, honestly, D'Amico Ryan should have won.
D'Amico Ryan should have won Coach of the Year. It should have been him. It should have been him. I'm sorry.
Why
I don't even know why it was Kevin Stefanski. It was weird.
I mean, I guess.
I guess it's nothing too crazy, but A plus 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 plus. Yeah, rebuilding year. You win the division with C.J. Stroud, D'Amico Ryans,
Absolutely
and Will
destroy
Anderson.
the Browns, which I'm so glad that you guys did.
Like
You
credit.
lose to the Ravens. I'm not surprised at that.
Yeah, it's cool that C.J. talks about Jesus and
Yeah.
stuff as a savior. It's like really cool
Yeah.
and stuff. Like he's like a very like devoted Christian. It seems.
So.
All right,
yeah.
next team for you.
We got the Jags. Thank you for giving us a playoff win.
Thank you.
Doug
Even
Peterson,
though we didn't,
I love you.
Doug UP. Even though we didn't need it, thanks for securing the playoffs.
I forgot to say the thing. D+. We're gonna give him a D+.
D plus because you choked the division away when you were supposed to be actually really good, which they were for mid-season. That was it. They start off 8-3 and stuff, then they lose so many games and choke it away. But thank you for giving us our playoff spots, even though we didn't really need it because we beat the Dolphins anyway. D plus. On the
Now,
spectrum.
your turn.
Colts. A minus to B plus because, again, same thing as the Texans. This is supposed to be a rebuilding year for them, but then they just won 9 games. They won 9 games. That was pretty good.
Beat us again.
Anthony Richardson was playing really well before he got hurt.
Dang it, bro. That would have been a fun season if he was still here. Dude.
I know, but you didn't win 9 games. You did lose to the Texans for the division, but it doesn't matter.
All right, now as the last team that I am picking, Titans at a C.
Thank you, Ryan Tannehill and Mike Vrabel. Thank you for beating the Jaguars for us.
Now, this offseason is so dumb. Firing Mike
Why did
Vrabel,
you? I don't
bro.
understand why they would fire Mike Vrabel. I think it was maybe where he mutually left because he didn't like where things were going or something like that. But
People there was reporters saying they didn't. People didn't hire him because he was overweight. Every coach is overweight, bro. Have you all seen that,
90%
bro?
of the NFL coaches are fat, bro.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, bro.
Yeah,
Come on.
bro. Andy Reid is
Big Red.
bro. He looks like a mini Hulk.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
But they go 6-11. They do fine. It was but they did end up securing our playoff spots. So thank you for that. I'm excited to
And-
see Will Levis progress next season
Yeah.
under Ben Johnson, who doesn't even call the plays for the Bengals. Zach Taylor does. It's weird.
All right.
But
Thank-
anyways, that'll be it.
Thank you guys for watching so much. This was an absolute great episode, and we will see you all in the next one. Love you guys.
Peace.